Welcome to Deleted Saves. On this episode, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time on the N64. Often, we play games as a solitary act, experiencing all the joy, wonder, pathos, and charm by ourselves. Other times, we experience a game in groups, usually in multiplayer or MMORPGs with thousands of active players at any given time. But there is nothing like a group of buddies hanging out and playing a game together in the same room. That describes my experience with The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Released in 1998, Ocarina of Time was the first truly 3D Zelda game, and a blockbuster hit for both the franchise and the N64 as a Nintendo system. The game features a young Link, not the first of his warrior lineage, called once again by the spirit of Hyrule, or perhaps a fate older than time itself, to recover the Master Sword and battle the eternal evil of Ganon, now better known by his given name Ganondorf. He is given his ocarina early on, and it is later replaced by the titular Time Ocarina. And the conceit of the game is utilizing the instrument to solve puzzles and later travel through time 7 years into the future to an adult version of himself to better solve puzzles across the time stream and battle stronger enemies. I bought a copy of it for myself and did bring Ganon down in a climactic and fiery battle upon the plains of Hyrule. Special shoutouts to the Megaton Hammer and Big Organ Sword for the assists there. But those are not the first memories that come to mind when thinking about the impact this game had upon me. I have spoken before about the Legend of Zelda series and how I came to love these games. I had an N64 and Ocarina was a for sure purchase for me when I had the funds available. But in 1998 and into 1999, I was in college along with my hometown friends, who themselves were either in college or in the workforce already. Those years can be confusing, as we were functionally adults, but in a lot of ways still children, caught between worlds and soon, by both desire and necessity, preparing to leave the trappings of one of those worlds behind and accept the trappings of the other. One of our buddies was in a local university-owned rental house, part of the tuition fees for students nearing full adulthood, and we dropped by often to drink, chill, and play games, both digital and tabletop. One of the roommates had an Ocarina of Time, and soon the group of us would crowd around the TV and console, shouting out puzzle solutions, working out the best way to defeat foes, trying to remember what equipment did what, and generally having a great time experiencing the, at the time, lovingly rendered digital environments on the full flower of the game's system's capacity. For weeks on end, through the national holidays, winter darkness, and growing warmth of early spring, we would meet and crowd around, gaming and watching the antics of Hyrule's citizens, fulfilling requests, and wandering. Hyrule Castle, Kakariko Village, Lon Lon Ranch, they were ours to explore. Of course, as summer loomed and graduations were on the horizon for some, the owner of the system and game went back home, which was out of the area and state, and it would not be until I purchased the game itself that Hyrule would once again open for me. Ocarina of Time is an amazing game, even if the graphics and mechanics are dated by modern standards, but it is hard to put into words that even while standing atop Death Mountain and looking across the landscape, that there is just something missing without the gasps and hollers of a room full of half-drunk college students taking in the environments with you. That Link, in that game and moment, was forever subject to the whims of the time stream, flittering between childhood and adulthood. We, too, were much like him, trapped in that window of time between young adulthood, little more than childhood, where you are given a slice of freedom for yourself to explore and to make broad choices in an adult world with some sort of safety net, and the genuine adulthood, where choices would be cemented in place and consequences of actions and decisions would inform future actions down a path where choice was far more limited. The puzzles we sought to unravel were much like Link's puzzles, but we did not often have the benefits of a committee helping us sort them out. Except, of course, for those annoying, sprites yelling, "Listen!" every 5 fucking seconds. No one needs that. For all its reinventions of itself, the Legend of Zelda series remains the same, stuck in a loop of call to action and hero's journey against the singular monolithic antagonist, a perpetual prove-your-worth quest. In that light, Ocarina of Time was a lesson, teaching a group of gamers that life itself is often an endless prove-your-worth quest against the monolith of life and society, perhaps one of the last lessons we needed to learn before we would go out to be adults on our own. But still, there is just something about rare and special about playing a game as a group. There are moments trapped in amber, placed outside any time stream that you may find yourself in, special in a way that no piece of digital entertainment can ever be alone. Thank you for listening.